Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. This week I am at Augmented World Expo in Long Beach, and I've decided to highlight games that haven't come out yet. This game is called Super Vektoroids. We're going to play in the arcade mode. There are 3 different modes. We'll start with Classic. You'll see there are a number of ships here. We've got Dually, which is 2 fighters better than 1. Geo Warrior, big, powerful, and solid. The Looney Lander, the fastest ship, may be too fast. Stroider, the original rock starfighter. Vektoroids, which is simple graphics and deadly tactics. The VFD or VFO, I can't tell. Stops on a dime, turns on 1-2. I think we'll go with the classic here, the Vektoroids, for this. Now, everything about this game is probably temporary. For example, the soundtrack is likely not super licensed. I recognize the song in the soundtrack for this mode as a song called New Game. And I was talking to the developer the other day because I told him I had discovered this was playable on Quest 3S. This is a very old Gear VR build. So old that probably everything in the game has changed. But it gives you the idea of this is kind of like asteroids on steroids, literally moving around 360 degrees, almost getting killed by a stray floating rock there, right? And what I found in playing this particular mode is that I can play for a good solid 40 minutes or so and just chill. And I kind of like that. It's almost like a zen rock shooter. And it's got that super awesome retro feel. It came from the late 70s style, early 80s style. And you know, with games coming out recently, like iRobot is a good example. An Atari game, whoops, I crashed. An Atari game that I can't say was super popular in the 80s in arcades. I don't remember ever playing it or seeing it even. And now it's available on Steam as just a standard PC game, but on PlayStation 5 and PS Beyond 2 by Jeff Minter. And I gotta say, it plays really well. Folks at Llamasoft did a great job making that game come to life. And then you see games like Airspace Defender, which is like the mixed reality equivalent of Missile Command. And the possibilities I see are like this game and Airspace Defender could both be full-on Atari titles. Like, if Atari sees this video, I will put a link to a website that has probably a slightly later dated trailer than this build. Please get in touch with the developer, because I think he'd be a match made in heaven. And I really think that Airspace Defender is kind of like the next level Missile Command also, so I can't find where this rock is. Let's see, there it is. So we can shoot it from here. Boom. Alright, so now we're in wave 2. And I don't want to play 40 minutes, but I might. In this particular mode. There are other modes and other ships to show you. But imagine, like, as a child of the 70s or 80s, having a game like this, where you are immersed in this almost 4-bit, I guess, world. Obviously, it's not really. Think about it. Think about how when you started playing arcade games, now today, you're basically, if you play a game like this, transported inside that machine. And I know that's what the development team for this game, which is a 2-person development team, trying to convey. Stepping inside a classic arcade. I think they've done a pretty good job of that, even with this likely 8 or 9-year-old build, maybe even longer. I will say, the one and only John Carmack played a similar build to this, if not this build, way back at Oculus Connect 3. And gave a rave review in John Carmack terms. So this game, which has been in development for a decade, I hope comes to a VR platform or many VR platforms near you sometime in the near future, but I wanted to spotlight it a little bit. I do want to show the other modes off, so we're going to go ahead and exit out. So we're going to play Armada mode now with Dually. Armada mode has you, instead of fighting and blasting rocks, you're blasting these crazy ships. Now, as you can see, Dually, little dual action, death, dual action death there. I'm not very good at Armada mode. But this one felt a lot to me like geometry. Different varied enemies. And quick death. So we'll now try Chaos mode, and let's use... You know what? Let's use Strider. And again, all of the music is temporary. The graphics are probably different as well at this point. Maybe not too different for the graphics. You see, in this Chaos mode, there's a little bit more taste where you've got rocks, you've got enemies. They're all coming at me at once. Where am I? There I am. Alright, cool, I got a shield. Somewhere in the middle there. Ooh, and I died. So the red rocks, as you can see, push you back pretty far. Let's go over here. We've got time slowdown over here. Whoops. And we crashed. So this game is super unpredictable and steep. chaos motion. See that enemy spawn literally on top of me? That was not fair. Power. Oh! Snuck up on me. Either way, I think you get the general picture. Super Vektoroids is hopefully coming to a VR device or many near you in the near future. Again, if the folks at Atari like this, I've got the link for the developer's website in the description of this video. I think he'd be a perfect match. If anyone else watching wants to help out, I know they're looking for folks to help with replacing temp music with real music. I know they're looking for folks to potentially help contribute to this game. So check out their website for more details, pixelstrikegames.com. I will be highlighting more of these games that are not yet lost to time, that are still being developed, but are very historical record as far as the builds that I have for the rest of this week. Hope you enjoyed this video, kind of a snapshot of the past that will hopefully be coming to fruition in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.